Aloha and welcome. Today's practice is going to be short. It's a 12-minute tone up for the lower body. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to stand on 2 feet with our feet parallel and outer hip distance apart. Take a full inhale and exhale long as you ground down heavily into your feet. Let's do that again. Relax your shoulders. We're going to begin with squats. Taking it down and up. Exhale down, inhale up. Now, go ahead and find a tempo, a pace that works for you. I'm going to move fairly slow in this segment so as to stay more with like a beginner level rhythm. But if you're a little more seasoned than that, you might go faster. And for a very raw beginner, you may actually start with your hands. Let me put my timer, clip it behind me. You may just keep your hands at your hips for most of this practice, and that's absolutely fine as well. Over time, you can start to incorporate bringing the arms into the rhythm as well, or into the exercise. Right on. We're going to get out of the legs. Hopefully you felt that starting to activate or burn the legs a little bit. With the feet parallel and outer hip distance apart, hug them towards each other, and we're gonna boxer twist side to side. So you hear my beeper back there. It's gonna beep in intervals of 50 seconds with 10-second rests in between. So we're gonna stay active for 50 seconds. Try not to move the hips, so this isn't the exercise that really takes it out of being core, but keep solid in the legs, keep going. Hug the legs in, hug the outer hips in, and just move more through the torso and shoulders. Relax the hinge of your jaw and really breathe here. Go ahead and relax your shoulders down, keep that breath moving. Awesome. Coming into center, you can straighten the legs out a bit. We're going to come into squats, alternating knee lifts. So with your hands at your hips, stand up tall. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, go ahead and lift a knee. So we are challenging our balance here. Exhale down, inhale up. Now as you come onto your straight supportive leg, I do want it to extend straight, but do not hyperextend it back. As you come into your squat, keep your heart space lifted. Keep your head above your heart. Find the range of motion that serves you, but stay in the game. So for 50 seconds, we're moving for the entirety 50 seconds in our exercise. If you need to slow it down, slow it down. But stay in the game. Your little efforts in this way, I promise you, will reap big rewards if they are consistent. Okay, we're going to stand in the middle of our mat and kick back. Kick back. If you need to hold onto a chair or a countertop, go ahead and do so. That'll help to give you balance. Keep your heart buoyant. Lift your head so it's above your heart. And as you kick back, go ahead and fire up those glutes. Fire up the quad muscles as well. So really activate the glutes and the legs behind you as you kick. Keep going. I'm just going to turn towards you. This entire series, this entire video today is all going to be using lower impact exercises. So we're not going to leave the floor, we're not going to plyo and spring, but we're using exercises that really tone and target the lower body. When these muscles are toned, when there's more muscles here and less fat, let me rewind that. When we strengthen and build muscles in the lower body, go ahead and open the legs wide and squat with me. We increase our body's ability to burn fat day in and day out. So although this particular video is short, we are targeting big muscle groups, and we're still making this 12 minutes very effective. Here your feet should be wide enough that as you bend your knees, your ankles are on top of, not way in front of, but on top of your ankle joints. You can incorporate those arms. Keep your feet heavy as you stand tall. As you come standing tall, isometrically pull your feet towards each other. So you feel these inner thigh muscles become more active and firm. Right on. We're gonna come into our Buddha squat again. So bending those knees. Again, pull the legs towards each other. So you feel toned and activated here. Lift the arms, we're gonna hinge side to side. So we're bringing some lateral movement in, but I want you to control it. So slow it down and use your side obliques to help bring you to and fro. Go ahead and lift and tone your low belly and tune into your side bodies. Use this musculature to help create this lateral flexion, and then lift as you move side to side. Keep your feet heavy, breathe deep. Good, come to center, come all the way standing, and take your feet wide. We're gonna go into a squat with a lateral side kick. So let's just take that lateral side kick. Again, side kick and squat. Down, get back into your heels, almost like your toes can lift. Come up and switch sides. Here we go, down and up. Down and up. Now when you kick to the side, kick that foot a little, not a lot, but just a little bit into the front plane of the body so that you can stay lifted and connected in your low belly. Okay, find your tempo. What happens is if this leg gets behind us, our belly stretches open and then we can't activate the core. So that's why we're gonna put that foot in our peripheral vision as we lift the leg. Now with each squat, keep your knees as wide as your ankles. We're gonna come into touchdowns. Stand right in the middle of your mat. We'll take the left foot off to the side and touch down. Both knees are bending, the low back is long. Switch sides. Both knees are bending, low back is long. So to lengthen out your low back, stick your booty back. Those pointy bones of your butt that you sit on, press those sits bones way back behind you. At the same time, lift your low belly. Keep your front heel grounded into the floor. The back heel behind you, that heel is lifted. Come on, find some nice range of motion here. Bend those knees. And as you come up straight, hug the muscles of the legs into your bones. Oh yeah, standing on 2 feet with your heart lifted and your lungs open. Let's take our hands to our heart. We're gonna stand on our right leg and we're gonna circle the left leg front and back. Here we go. Front and back. Keep a lift in the low belly. And extend down generously from your pelvis through the bones of your right leg, even past your feet. That extension supports you, it roots you. So maintain that now. And from the center of your pelvis, get tall through your spine. We're almost done, so stay in the game. Hug the outer hips in. Lift the muscles of the legs up from your feet into your pelvis. So keep this lifting embrace in the legs as we switch sides. Circling front and circling back. So here we're getting some nice lubrication, some movement in the ball and hip socket of the pelvis, where the femur bone comes into the hip socket there. Everything else we did was in a very linear movement. So this is a sweet addition to our practice here. As we stand supportive on just one leg, we're also really activating the glute on that side. So it's a great booty workout, actually on both sides. But you're probably really feeling it like I am here on the supporting leg. But do not collapse into that leg. Press down through the leg bones. And then lift up through the low back. Lift up through the heart and spine. Almost there. Stay in the game. Come on. Awesome. Coming to 2 feet. Inhale. Stretch the arms overhead. Exhale. Take your hands to your heart. I'm going to stop my timer. But go ahead and keep breathing. Inhale. Lift the arms. Exhale. Bring your hands through center. One more time. Nice full inhalation. Exhale, hands to heart. Standing on your right leg, let's take a left leg thigh stretch. Ground the tailbone down. And the tailbone's gonna move down by you lifting your pelvic floor muscles. Draw them in and up. And then lift the belly, lift the heart, and swap sides. Good job. Again, you can take a hold of a couch or something here if that will really support you in getting a better stretch. So we're in the cool down now. Start to breathe in deep and out long. Coming to 2 feet, stand firmly, rooted on both feet. Swoop the arms up, interlace the hands, reaching up through the pointer finger. Hug the arms and legs to the midline. Keeping that tone, we're gonna go ahead and stretch side to side. One more time. Nice, coming on up. We're gonna meet on all fours. Let's come into downward facing dog. We'll walk the dog to stretch out our calves. So coming to all fours, open up your hands so they are shoulder width apart. Take your knees back behind your pelvis just a little bit. Then go ahead and lift up your booty, stretch the hips way back. You can keep your knees bent here. And lift the sits bones up to the sky. As you lift your sits bones towards the sky, feel how your low back arches gently. Okay, so keeping the sits bones lifted, go ahead and start to alternate heels to the floor. But without letting your belly sag now, lift and tone the low belly. Draw the lowest ribs in your front body more towards the back body. Nice. And then go ahead and take those little footprints and walk them forward, right up to your hands. Here you can bend your knees as deeply as you need to so that all 10 finger pads touch the floor. I want you to be just as heavy in your heels as you are in the roots of your toes. So shift back if you need to. The hands are close to the feet. Extend your legs as straight as you can, keeping all 10 fingertips on the floor. Go ahead and relax the crown of the head towards the earth. Take a nice deep breath here. Bending the knees, we're gonna roll up slow. Coming upright. Take your hands to your heart. Take a moment to acknowledge that you made this time for you. You've energized your lower body. You've toned the lower body. You've energized the entirety of you. May you continue to pull this strength through in everything you do today. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.